How's it going, guys? My name is Eric Van Wilderman, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last video, we learned that Sayori had depression, but now it's the day of the festival, and let's see what's gonna go down. This kind of feels like it's gonna be the climax, because a lot of stuff has been building up to this. So, all we know so far, Sayori had depression. I think that she loved us, but we want to just be friends with her, so we're with Yuri now, and me and Yuri, we definitely have something going on between us, but Monica is creepy, and that's all we know. So of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete, because Sayori did say she was excited for the festival, right? The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Knowing Monica. You creepy Monica! Van Wildenbed! You're the first one here! Thanks for being early! No problem, Monica. We're alone. I'm scared. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Are you busy telling her to kill herself, huh, Monica? You creepy son of a bee. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori's told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But it's right, she has depression. Our whole world view of her has changed. Maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Van Wildenbed. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kinda left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. See, she's creepy! She's creepy! Oh god, the heebie-jeebies! Monica, wow! But... I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. I've been having chills down my spine for a while because of her. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me, probably referring to Monica. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you, referring to me. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Huh. Wow. Ah! What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Van Wildenbed? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. What do you mean nothing? There's a lot wrong with this situation right now. We should go to Sayori's place, like, right away. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Van Wildenbed, finally! Making some sense. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the You know what? That's true. Because he had mentioned, like, I'll try to do as much as I can to help you, you know? But instead you just, like, left her alone in the morning. Like, why didn't you check on her, man? Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like, yesterday I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. I wonder if the canon way of doing this is just to go for Sayori, you know? Maybe that is it. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh my god! What the fuck?! Okay, we're getting some weird, like, glitchy shit. That's weird. I wonder what that's all about. Okay. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. The song's really creeping me out, too. Oh god. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. It's Monika! Monika's causing the problems! She's getting into everyone's head! That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori that I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? 'Cause Monika was telling her to kill herself. Monika knows everything and she's getting into everyone's head. How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ear. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. But I could! I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. What?! Oh. What?! So Monika is there in place of Sayori. Because she killed her! She basically murdered her! What the fuck, Monika?! What is this?! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is blah, blah, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today? Or it just kind of works out because, yeah, this is like the same dialogue as the beginning. Yeah. Okay. However, I just sign idle in front of the crosswalk and let blah, blah, blah catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. So this is the same, right? He watches game, anime, blah blah. School day is ordinary. And, yeah, clubs. But now Sayori's gonna come, right? Van Wild in bed? Sayori! Monika? No, Sayori's supposed to come, right? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular. Completely out of my league. Yeah, this is the same dialogue as the main game. Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. You know if there's any construction paper here, or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really, you quit? Okay, this is like the same dialogue. The literature club, wow, we got some glitchy mess. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. 3, because Sayori's dead, so there's Monika, Yuri, and Natsuki. So is she just gonna kill all the members one by one or something? Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Okay, so this is different then. Because, like, Sayori was normally doing this. She dragged us to the club, right? Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? But the dialogue was the same as, like, some of the dialogue we had with Sayori, right? I don't know. I'm second-guessing everything now. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Van Wildenbed, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Van Wildenbed. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. So are we just gonna play the whole game again, but without Sayori? Like, what's going on here? A lot of the dialogue is the same as we had during the first time playing the game. But it's just no Sayori, that's the only difference. So I ran into Van Wildenbed in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Van Wildenbed? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Van Wildenbed, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering. It's the same! What am I doing? Like, but it's the same, but it's different because Sayori's not here. What? Okay, so this is a little bit different. Monika's been trying hard to find new members, and there has to be 4 members to make the literature club official. And if we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Van Wildenbed? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Van Wildenbed, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Van Wildenbed, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll see to make the most of my circumstances. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? What? What? Yes! I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Is that Sayori saying, like, she was super happy being in the literature club with me, and she doesn't want to go to therapy during that? She'd rather go to the emergency room when, like, she hurts herself? What? Oh, so we just write a poem for 2 people now. Whoa! What? I was just choosing words for the poem and then that should have— What's going on? Hi again, Van Wildenbed. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Van Wildenbed. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst in the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! You already had to be dragged here by Monica! I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What? Monica, you're blocking the words. Big mouth for someone keeping a manga collection in the club room. Monica's trying to be the center of attention here, I see. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Van Wildenbed. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, as you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Well, this is the same now. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Is it just me or is the classroom, like, tilted? I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. It was! See, yeah, the classroom was distorted. What was going on? So this is all the same dialogue. Okay, so actually the book is different. I was skipping over it, but the book that Yuri's reading now says Portrait of Markov. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to, oh, That might be been a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. And then Van Wildenbed is saying, like, oh, that's kind of dark. That's a little dark. You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Van Wildenbed? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. So what's happening is, we're playing the same game without Sayori, but some of the dialogue is a little bit different. And it's like, the dialogue that's different is a little creepier, and there's these weird, like, glitchy effects that pop up every now and then. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. No, it doesn't! You talked about a religious cult, like, sewing limbs, reproducing with human experimentation. That's not right. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. What? What? And suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly— What? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. Really don't think you need to worry. This means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, well, that's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yudi's. Yeah. Are you sure? Seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. Okay. So, he just said the main character relates to her, and she says, no, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. That was different! Yuri stands up, practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Van Wildenbed? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Yeah, this is weird. So who should we share it with? Let's share it with Monica first, because she's creepy, and we gotta get it out of the way. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Van Wildenbed. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Van Wildenbed. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Van Wildenbed. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. Spends so much time on her own, it probably... But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. That is all in the wrong order. Yes, definitely. So what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. So this is all the same dialogue. It's all the same. Okay, so the skip option appears when you can do something that you've already done before, so I just skipped a bunch. But the song sounds way different now, so something weird's gonna happen. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. There's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with saying something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Van Wildenbed did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. And I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Van Wildenbed liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. They're gonna duke it out. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Oh. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Van Wildenbed appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Van Wildenbed started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch? Whoa! Whoa! Shit, man! Okay, this fight's getting out of control now. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Oh yeah, cause Sayori's not here to break it up. Just saying that proves my point! Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri! Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on! Let Van Wildenbed hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Van Wildenbed. She's just trying to make me look bad. So, does Yuri actually cut herself? She's like infatuated with knives. That's not true. She started it. How did I get in the first place? Not like, well, of course. Yuri! 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 My bae! I'll protect you! I got you! Baby! Yes! No! Get out of here, Monica. Hey, Van Wildenbed. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? We can't leave them in there, though. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. No! We should calm them down. Okay? We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. No! Some president I am, right? Yeah, we should go back in there and prevent them from, like, getting at each other's throats, Monica. But she wants them to. That's her plan. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. That's her plan. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! She is... I've never seen her like that. She quickly runs away. Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. What'd you say, Yuri? Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Van Wildenbed, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. I don't know. Natsuki was bawling. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Just nonchalantly. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. Yeah, Monica just has that creepy smile on her face. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. No! Yuri wants to tell me about Monica. Like, she wants to... Yuri knows what's going on a little bit. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Van Wildenbed. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you understand wrestle has a head! Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. We've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Van Wildenbed. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Then wild in bed. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man! Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? What? What? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not! What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Oh, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Van Wildenbed. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off to the closet. Then Wildenbed. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. In the club! I planned on it anyways. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. So Yuri is like already kind of head over heels for us. But she doesn't understand why. So it's like we have this weird time loop thing where we went back in time, but we still have these lingering feelings and thoughts, which is why it's all glitching out and we're thinking of Sayori or something. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way out of the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in the teacher's desk and I'll make some water. So this is the same now. This is like no different than the first time we were through here. But Monika all of a sudden came in. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Monika's really intrusive. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. This is different. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale like something is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Is Yuri cutting herself? Oh god! Yeah. I'm back! Thanks for waiting patiently. Van Wildenbed, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? Mm-hmm. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. So I wonder, was Yuri cutting herself in the first, like, time loop? Or whatever that was, you know? Like, has she always been cutting herself? Or is it just in this more, like, twisted, kind of messed up world has she been? I don't even know. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Van Wildenbed. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Van Wildenbed, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? So this is the same now. Okay, so we just put the chocolate in her mouth and all of a sudden the music stopped. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Van Wildenbed. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Well, that's different. Van Wildenbed. My heart won't stop pounding, Van Wildenbed. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Van Wildenbed? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Ah, this is creepy! This is so weird, look at her eyes! Ah! What? This isn't a romantic thing, what's going on? You're obsessed, this is really creepy. It's time to share poems. Oh! What the hell? That was freaky as fuck. That was like... I don't know how to explain that. That was just like... That was weird! Jeez. This game is like really... That's really scary. That's really terrifying. What just happened? Let's share poems with Yuri. Yay, I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Van Wildenbed. This is... Okay, so this is, the same. It's so amazing to feel that I'm valued, Van Wildenbed. Everything you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. Okay, she's like... She's super obsessive all of a sudden now. That's what's different. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Van Wildenbed? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Wheel. A rotating wheel turning an axle grinding bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of gods, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscopes of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dock ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. That's fucked up. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Let's show Monica our poem. When while in bed, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. When Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife! You're aware of this? What the fuck? Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat the club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors they won't bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless. Cacophony! Meaningless noise, the noise that won't stop. Sine, cosine, tangent. This is like her other ones. Like playing a chalkboard on the turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Ah! Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. I can hear you! You're talking to me, you're breaking the fourth wall, I know it. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Am I living in the Matrix? Are the games sentient now? Are the things that are controlling me finally reaching out to me through Doki Doki Literature Club? The things outside the Matrix that are living off my body? What's going on? So Natsuki's poems are staying the same. And I think that's because I haven't really befriended Natsuki, so she's kind of normal. But like Yuri, because I'm close to her, we're seeing like the really messed up side of her, right? But Natsuki's are still normal. Huh. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Okay, so this is the same, right? You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read? Of course! Monica! Hey, got a new look to you today. Really nice looking. Jeez. Do I click on something? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we have to really do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. we'll end up just embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Van Wildenbed joined. We've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. The festival's our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. That's why we should work hard and put something for the festival. Huh, right, Van Wildenbed? Ah. Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Van Wildenbed to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Van Wildenbed joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Van Wildenbed isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Oh. And now we don't have Sayori here to, like, lighten the mood, right? Monika's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Van Wildenbed want to get more members too, right? No. Nope. I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation... No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club... it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Van Wildenbed, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't any other places like that for me. Now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Van Wildenbed, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. So Natsuki hates her home, so I wonder if she has, like, abusive parents. That's probably her thing. Because all of the, students of the club have some sort of weird stigma attached to them, right? This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, like, how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Did you see that? Blood just came out of her eye! I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Van Wildenbed? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. For the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. There's blood coming out of her eye! Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monika in the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monika, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Van Wildenbed? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Van Wildenbed before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri doesn't like that. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Van Wildenbed, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know... Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. No! You're the only person that doesn't feel real out of everyone in this game. Alright? You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days, but has it? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand, so that's why... Wait, not yet. Stop it. This game's messed up! This game's messed! But I love it! It's intriguing! I want to find out what happens next, but I gotta go. I don't have time. There's no... I have to save the game. All my saves are gone. All my saves are gone! Are you kidding me? Monika wiped them clean. Shit! What's going on? No! Life is a lie! Get me out of the Matrix! Take me away! Someone help me!